It's a world without land and I'll see water to live in here. What interesting things will happen? My birthplace is in a glass bottle at the bottom of the sea, and I came up and I was drowning and I didn't know what to do. So I decided to go up to sea level and look around. Well, there's really nothing. But on the way back, I found a canyon. There's a shipwreck in the distance. I want to see the wreck, but there is not enough oxygen. So I'll explore the area ahead later. I chopped wood for a while. Crafted a crafting table. After that, I picked up a sapling. Let's plant it. Here's another box. Look what's in it, a wheat seed. Growing wheat is a stable source of food. So I made a wooden pestle and planted it. Then I made some wooden doors out of the leftover wood, so we can use the breadth of the door. I put my belongings in the box. And I got the wooden door, and I was going to go look at the wreck. It seems that this place has been abandoned for a long time and grass has grown. Hey, let's go in and have a look. There's a box here. Why is it all paper? The oxygen is running out. Use the breadth of the door. There is still a space here. Look what's in this box. When you get rich, you take all the boxes and don't let them go. This time the harvest is not small. Let's go home first. I don't plan to use these supplies for the time being, because I think there is a purpose for the author to give these things. So let's put it up first. The sapling hasn't grown up yet, and I'm wondering if the brightness is too low. So I put an artificial light source next to him, and then we wait for him to grow up. After waiting all day and night, this bastard still hasn't grown up. I just looked around, and in that ravine there is coal. So I'm going to make a manuscript. But I only have 3 different planks. Let's see if I can make it. I'm a genius. Next, let's dig coal. It's still the day you wait for the door to go out. Use the skill breadth of the door. And I dug a little bit of coal. After coal was turned into torches, the world finally brightened up. With this brightness, I saw the iron ore in the distance. So I dug some rocks and I made a stone pick and a stone sword. Successfully dug the iron ore just now. There are also scattered iron mines in other parts of the canyon. They were like guiding stars that led me to the mines at the bottom of the sea. And here's a bunch of monsters gathered. They were so enthusiastic that I couldn't take it anymore and went home first. This time, I went out and dug 19 iron mines, and the harvest was quite fruitful. And I noticed that it was still too dark under the sea, and the saplings were growing very slowly. He shouldn't be here. He should have grown up in a sunny place. So I plan to move the saplings above sea level in the future, but now I am very short of planks. So I went back to the wreck to borrow some wood, but I wasn't going to empty it, because I plan to transform this place into a destiny base in the future. And I met some small fish, and I told them a joke. And they just passed out. So I had to put them on so I could wake them up later. And by chance, I got some kelp. Suddenly remembered that Uncle Ming had eaten this before, so I thought I'd go back and try some later. Then I found that the saplings at home had grown up, and I was very happy. And I put it in my backpack. Then I made a furnace to process the kelp. It tastes terrible. But we also have a stable source of food. Then I burned the iron ore and made an iron pick. I went back to where I was digging for the coal. After separating this place from the sea, there's a place where you can mine stones because of trees. The seedlings are growing too slowly now, and the birth site can only grow 1 sapling at a time. So I'm going to start by mining some rocks. Expand the birthplace upwards. After digging up a stone pick and an iron pick, I collected some stones. It's time to go home after being busy for so long. Came home to find the sapling had grown up. When the iron is cooked, I am very happy, and I have the happiness of being able to eat a hot meal when I go home. I use iron picks nails and iron axes, and with that many stones, it's possible to expand upward. So I made a circle with a rock on top. This is done to make it easier to empty the water from the roof. Be careful with the water, don't let it flow down. Because if it flows down, our grass cubes may turn into ordinary soil. After emptying the water, you can open the skylight for the house. And I gathered the dirt and I put it up there, and the wheat was ripe. This made me feel the experience card of the joy of harvest. So after collecting the dirt, I built a dirt staircase, and I planted a sapling at the top of it. It was the first sunlit sapling in the world. Breaking through the limitations of seawater, I feel a lot better. Sure enough, people can't stay in a small space all the time. Then it's time to think about the bed. Because I don't know where the author put the rebirth point, I want to make a bed. That way, at least you won't be unable to find a home. I plan to build a platform to brush monsters and brush a little spiders. The platform is about 24 squares away from the player when building. A change of heart rang in my ears. I chose Negruder. But he still sneaked up on it. It's okay, I can also sneak attack him, so in the end, I knocked out with a snap after building a guardrail for the monster swiping platform. I began the long wait. There's kind of a law in the world that the more you want, the less you get. So I didn't wait for spiders. Just some little white and zombies. In the time I don't burn monsters, I go to the quarry to pick some stones. I also made a way to get me to the surface faster. And then I made a pickaxe to go get some more rocks. But then I heard the voice of a spider. So I followed the sound, and I found a mine with a spider in it. Unexpectedly, he suddenly burst out to spider silks. And then there are some minerals in the mine and a huge canyon with a lot of monsters below. So today we won't explore, and we'll go back and brush it. It will be strange. We refreshed the spider 3 times in total. Popped out. Maybe I'm the most unchiefly European emperor. Then I also found a lonely coolie and went over to say hi to him. I'm going to build a road today because I often go to the quarry. I prepared some stones and started to build. I added stairs and torches to the passage. This will make it easier to travel to and from the quarry in the future. And then it was a very grueling time. Spiders are brushed during this time. These two things of cutting down trees occupy the boring days. Learn to have fun for yourself. So I raised a counter dinner in captivity. This place is so lonely. Let him accompany me. But I don't know why he can't pick up things. I even paid a lot of money to make him a helmet, and he doesn't bring it. There was no way I could keep him from disappearing. I trapped him on the boat. Let's call him Xiaoyu from now on. Why is he called that name? Because I also bred a contrarian on the left side of the base. So they are my left and right guardians, little left and little right. As the days passed, the days at sea became more and more difficult. Since I haven't slept for a long time, there will be a lot of joy coming to play with me at night. The food for the impact is only kelp, and the blood return is a little slow. So I'm often bruised by joy. But there are always more ways than difficulties. The reason I go out at night is to brush monsters. That's why he was hit by the phantom. So I built a tunnel on my way to the monster swiping platform. So the phantom can't hit me. Am I really a genius? Then I found that the grass cubes had spread up and grown up. So then I took down the dirt staircase, and they put it at sea level. And just to be safe, I left 2 rainbow blocks on the ocean floor as seeds. Keep it in this absolutely safe place. Why is there a coolie at home? To keep the grass cube safe, I took a detour to the quarry. Then I used the door to defeat the coolie bit by bit. But I still don't know how he got it out. So I shut the door and I had torches all over the house. Then I planted saplings on the dirt strips. We built a hang-up spot to stop the phantoms from sneaking up on me, and then we cut down trees. Time to brush monsters. As the sun came up, I had collected my last silk, and my bed was made. Wow! Now that I have the bed, I'm going to build a house. I want to first build a platform out of stone. So I'm going to go to the mine and dig for stones first. Get yourself a handy diamond tool, by the way. And after some digging, I found a diamond. After digging for the diamonds, I found that there was still dirt underneath, and a lot of dirt. So I made a diamond boat. With this soil we can plant more trees. I made a diamond axe out of the leftover diamonds, and I found it. The line of saplings planted in front of the mine has grown and the cubes have spread. And it made me very happy, and it felt like the effort paid off, and the world no longer responded to me as an ocean. So I started building the platform. As the sun went down, I put together my last brick and a half. Next, I will set up a torch array for the platform. This magic needle has the effect of lighting and repelling monsters. And I began to frame the house. Building a house requires a lot of materials, so I spent time carrying all the supplies from my house up. By the way, I also expanded the tree planting area. This way, there will be no shortage of wood in the short term. So let's start building houses and show you my architectural talent. First of all, the heights are for heights, so it doesn't look depressing. And then the walls and the columns are differentiated by the squares. And finally, half a brick on the top to save material. Okay, so you can see what architectural genius is. And then I based it on this matchbox, and this is what it looked like. But it's actually 2 matchboxes stacked together with a little embellishment. So the matchbox is the foundation of everything. So now that the frame is designed, the next step is to use the wood we collected before. Stone leaves have come to fill this building, so let's get started. The shape of the house is now built, and then I'm going to give it a simple decoration. Next, let's go to the bottom of the sea to dig some sand. Make glass for our little house. At this point, the house is complete, and from now on, we can live in the sun. So let's finally enjoy the results of this episode together. In this episode, we achieved sunshine freedom and got a villa with an ocean view. But life is too boring if there is only one house. So after that, I'm going to build a fully functional building. Since this is the sea, do I want to build a Noah's Ark? But I'm not very good at building whole parts of boats. If you have any tutorials, you can send them to me. And then if Noah's Ark doesn't go ahead, I'm going to build a big building. Or which solution do you think is better in the community, or both? You can tell me in the comment area. So that's what this video is all about. See you next time. Bye. Make yourself happy today.